the Scholars Day Crown Forum, which is where we celebrate your achievements. We ask that you govern yourself accordingly in terms of decorum throughout this process, and support and clap for your fellow classmates as they receive their awards. We will now begin with the formal portion of the program with our opening prayer.
May we prepare ourselves for a moment of prayer. Oh God, you are our help in ages past, our hope in years to come. It has been by your grace and your guidance that we have made it to this point in yet another school year, another semester. We're thankful for all the students who have come together in this great collegium of scholars at Morehouse College. We're thankful for long nights, studying for tests, preparing papers, preparing presentations for that glorious time of commencement in May 2015. We're thankful for your guidance, for the opportunity to make it to this point. And we ask that as we continue in our matriculation, that we will ever remain focused on the task which is ahead, which is to work diligently, to prepare faithfully for all the tasks that await us as we leave this great place. And so we know all is well, and that all will be well as we maintain the great spirit of excellence and scholarship that is here at Morehouse College. We seal this prayer in your name and nature. Amen.
Hello, and welcome to this year's Scholars Day Crown Forum. The focus of this day is to recognize the extraordinary achievement of our students, you. We have a great number to celebrate today, from those who commit to the daily discipline required in maintaining high GPAs, to those who express great creative talents in the arts and spoken word. This is a day to highlight the breadth and depth of talent among the men of Morehouse. Given the volume of recognition we have today, we'll be moving very quickly. Before we begin, I would like to applaud the incredible energy and efforts of the faculty and staff who serve as advisors and mentors in support of your achievements. Let me now make a couple of announcements before proceeding. First, if your name does not appear in the program where it should, please notify Dr. Bryant Marks. If I mispronounce your name, I invite you to come introduce yourself and help me improve for the future. In part, that is recognition of the expectation that I will have to be saying your name again. So with that, let us begin with the many acknowledgments, beginning with the 2014 top-ranking scholars. Would each of the following students please come to the stage and remain at the stage while I call your name? Ibrahim Conte, Brandon Davis, Anthony Dodd, Ian Hinsman Curry, Justin Johnson, Kensu Ra Love L, Galern Megaranye, Louis Miles, Olivier Munyan Shayaka, Logan Northcutt, Darian Nwankwo, Derek Parker, Devin Smith, Corey Snow, and Matthew Young. Now let me say a word while these young men assemble. These are all the freshmen that have earned a 4.0 this year. This number represents a new record, a record of 15 where the previous record was 10. So this freshman group deserves a large hand. And now for the sophomores, Austin Bacon, Zen Bakshi, Douglas Bowen, and Dauphin Coney. These are all your sophomores that have earned a 4.0. And for our juniors, Liam Davis, Matthew James, and Michael Scott. And finally, our graduating seniors, Jarek Brown, Ian Niemeyer, and Willie Thompson. At this time, I'd like to recognize all those who are on the honor roll or on the Dean's List in 2014. To be listed on the honor roll for a given semester, a student must have earned a grade point average of 3.0 or above during that semester, must have completed a minimum of 15 semester hours, and must have earned no grades lower than a C. To be on the Dean's List, a student must be in residence for more than one semester with a cumulative grade point average of 3.0 or above, and have no grade lower than a C. Those students on the Dean's List are listed in the program on the honor roll with an asterisk next to their name. Would all those students on the Dean's List during either the spring 2014 or the fall 2014 semesters please rise and be recognized? You may be seated. Now, would all those students on the honor roll during either the spring 2014 or fall 2014 semesters please stand and be recognized? Thank you and congratulations. We will now present the nearly 200 students who have earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.7 or above during their time here at Morehouse. Would each of the following students please quickly come to the stage, receive your pin, and exit the stage, and then remain standing at your seats. I will say these names fairly quickly. Prince Abudu, Christian Aganze, Khalif Ali, Harvey Allen, Brandon Anderson, Jeremy Ariche, Anthony Ash, James Atkins, Darius Atkins, Austin Bacon, Raphael Baker, Jarrell Baker, Zen Bakshi, Dakarai Barkley, Alexander Barron, Blake Benyard, Hasim Bey, Rami Blair, Jermaine Blakely, Cedric Bowie, Douglas Bowen, Devon Boyd, Randy Boyd, Ahmad Bratton, Jarek Brown, Chandler Brown, Jordan Brown, Samuel Buchanan, Caleb Bugg, Brandon Burdett, Jeffrey Bird, Michael Calicott, Alan Calloway, Brian Camp, Jonathan Carlisle, Tyler Chandler, Obey Chiguta, Kyle Colley, Ibrahim Conte, Devin Daniel, Liam Davis, Caleb Davis, Wiley Davis, Brandon Davis, Terrence Day, Raphael Delaney, Ahmad Dent, Maceo Dingle, Anthony Dodd, Edwin Dodson, Prosper Zanwa, Austin Easterling, Justin Edge, Roth Empire, Todd Etheridge, Obasi Etienne, Bryant Eubanks, Brendan Fontaine, Perry Francois Edwards, Elijah Gardner, Jamal Garner, Terrell Glenn, David Good, Nelson Graves, Bakari Green, Christian Griffith, Abel Gumbo, Tarek Gutierrez, Shaquille Hall, Nicholas Hall, Michael Hall, Simeon Hambrick, Ontaria Harris, Joshua Harris, Hassani Hendricks, Willie Hill, Brandon Hill, Ian Hinsman Curry, Amir Hobson, Kerwin Holmes, Sebastian Hurt, Gene Ishimwe, Sylvester Jackson, Matthew James, Moses Jenkins, Justin Johnson, Torian Johnson, Calvin Jones, Austin Joseph, Brandon Kabagambwe, Leandre Kibejo, Devin Kidd, Defan Kone, Chan Kya, Mario Lamar, Frank Lawrence, Galen Lamel Brown, Marcus Lee, Marshall Lewis, Austin Little, Kensu Ra Love L, Nyalia Louie, Andon Mack, Christian Mackey, Delight Magadza, Gilern Magaranye, Fred Makabongo, Darren Martin, Elijah McDavid, Justin McElderry, Alexander Meyer, Louis Miles, Evan Miller, Jared Mitchell, Olivier Munye Shayaka, Joswell Musambagani, Elliot Nelson, Malik Nickerson, Ian Niemeyer, Hamim Nagena, Frank Nijimbere, Cameron Nobles, Logan Northcutt, Darian Nwankwo, Ifreke Akpoko Warak, Ikonla Oladimeje, Olan Ruaju Oladupe, Jordan Overton, Soren Overu, Derek Parker, Ian Peace, Cedric Penn, DeMarco Petre, Nathaniel Placide, Darian Polak, Stephen Ragland, Brandon Ravenel, Gian Ray, Aqua Richburg, Nicholas Riley, Charles Roberson, Michael Scott, Rashid Shofidia, Devin Smith, Ronald Smith, Julian Smith-Jones, Corey Snow, Justice Steele, Christian Stigall, Philip Stevens, Miles Stevens, Wayne Stevens, Dondre Swales, Jonathan Thibault, Paul Thompson, Willie Thompson, Frederick Tippett, Thibault Twarhira, Best Uchahara, Gerard Van Loo, Naduka Vernon, Khalil Waddell, Emmanuel Waddell, Jelani Watkins, Christopher Weathers, Brian Weathersby, Eric Wells, Roland White, Julian White, Reginald White, Damon Williams, Guy Williams, Aaron Williams, and Matthew Young. Will all those whose names were called remain standing so we can acknowledge all that you have accomplished? Thank you. And I want to reiterate, I know that I messed up some of those names. So I want you to really come by and tell me who you are and how to say it right, because I really do intend on saying that again, saying your names again. Although this day is primarily about students, I want to take a moment to recognize two of our distinguished faculty members who have achieved excellence in their teaching and scholarly pursuits. It is my distinct pleasure to announce the 2014 Vulcan Teaching Excellence Award recipient. This award was established in 1991 by the Vulcan Materials Company to honor an outstanding professor on selected member campuses of the Georgia Independent College Association. This award recognizes an outstanding faculty member who demonstrates strong academic skills in the classroom and provides leadership and support in other areas of campus life. The recipient should be a faculty member who assists the institution in nurturing an academic climate which fosters teaching and who provides leadership to enhance the campus community. This year's recipient is just such a member of our outstanding faculty. As a scholar, a teacher, and as an administrator, she has taught, generated research, led programs, secured grants, and generally provided excellence both inside and outside of the classroom. Having taught here for over 4 decades, this faculty member is responsible for writing the grant proposal that established the Morehouse Research Institute, and for creating the publication Challenge, a journal of research in African American men. A fluent speaker of several languages, including Portuguese, she has helped to develop the MPage Brazil program, has led students to do work in that country, and has facilitated and sponsored several students from Brazil to attend Morehouse. She is a demanding educator who, in true spirit of Morehouse, holds a crown over the heads of her students, challenging and supporting their growth to wear that crown. To understand her dedication, one need look no further than the fact that she established the Gentry and Jesse Rousseau Foundation, a foundation named after her parents, which has supported several Morehouse students over the years. President of the Delta chapter of the Phi Beta Kappa Honor Society, proud member of the Delta Sigma Theta sorority, what one colleague called a true Berkeley radical, rabble-rousing sociologist. It is my distinct honor to award the 2014 Vulcan Teaching Excellence Award to Dr. Ida Rousseau Mukenge. It is also my distinct pleasure to recognize Professor J.K. Haynes as a recipient of the White House Champions of Change Award. Dr. Haynes, Dr. Haynes was recognized in February of this year by the Department of Education for his long-standing commitment to enhancing the training and lives of African American students and faculty. Throughout his many years as a faculty member in the Department of Biology at Morehouse College, Dr. Haynes has proven to be an accomplished and innovative teacher and mentor and champion of undergraduate African American STEM students. He has inspired literally hundreds of science students, many of whom earning PhDs and MDs. He has been a staunch advocate of student development, has worked directly with students and faculty to enhance the training of STEM majors, overseen the Packard Scholars Program and the John Hopps Scholars Program, and helped to provide STEM majors research training opportunities and exposure to cutting-edge science that has increased the numbers of students interested in and ultimately completing the PhD in STEM. It is for this deep commitment to and investment in building institutional infrastructure that he was recognized by the White House. I would ask that Dr. Haynes please stand as we again applaud this extraordinary achievement.
Good morning, everybody. You will probably agree with me when I say that the reputation of an institution like Morehouse College is dependent to a large extent on the achievements of its students. Today, we wish to recognize a number of students who, because they are this year's recipients of national fellowship scholarships and awards, have distinguished themselves in remarkable and enviable ways. And because they have shined an international, even global spotlight on our institution. We would like to recognize a number of them this morning, and I will call their names, and please hold your applause until I indicate for you to do so. We have two winners of the Lexus Verses and Flow Fellowship, for the first time, by the way, Mr. Timothy Tukes and Orrin Davidson. Would you stand, please? We have 5 Mellon Mays undergraduate fellows, Mr. Jeremy Ariche, Devan Boyd, DeMarcus Burks, Curran Holmes, Casey Fanor. Would you all stand, please, if you're here? Let's applaud them anyway. We have one winner of the Woodrow Wilson Rockefeller Brothers Fund Fellowship. His name is DeMarco Petrie, and the second winner, really, whose name is Deshaun Bennett. Are those two students here today? And for the first time also, we have a White House Presidential Fellow, Mr. Jared Loggins. Please stand. There are two awardees who deserve singular, separate recognition. The first is a young man who has won the Truman Scholarship for only the fourth time in the history of Morehouse, and the first one to do so in a decade. He is also this year's only recipient who attends a HBCU. Mr. Darius Atkins, will you please stand? Thank you. And finally, for only the second time in its history, Morehouse College has a winner of the Beinecke Scholarship Program. Only the second to do so, really, and the first to do so in about 13 years. Mr. Rami Blair, would you please stand and be recognized? Let's give all of our winners another round of applause, please.
Good morning. I am David Morrow, Secretary of Delta of Georgia Chapter of Phi Beta Kappa. I'm pleased to make brief remarks on behalf of the Phi Beta Kappa Society. The Greek letters refer to the words which mean the love of wisdom is the guide of life. Founded in 1776, the Phi Beta Kappa Society is the nation's oldest and most prestigious honor society. Chapters are housed at 283 of the foremost colleges and universities throughout the United States. There are currently only 4 chapters at historically black colleges and universities. In 1953, chapters were chartered at Fisk University and Howard University. Our chapter was chartered in 1968, and the chapter at Spelman College in 1998. We are thankful to Dr. Benjamin Mays for working steadfastly in getting the Phi Beta Kappa chapter to Morehouse College. The first person to sign the role as a student, alumnus Dr. Alan Lomax, CEO and President of the United Negro College Fund, states that Phi Beta Kappa is one of the great academic achievements of his college career, and that he feels honored to be able to say that he played a part in the bringing of such a prestigious organization to Morehouse College. If you will please go to the college website, not now of course, click on the current course catalog, and on page 244, you will find the information about requirements and stipulations. Phi Beta Kappa is a liberal arts honor. According to the national stipulations, 90 of the 120 hours required for graduation must unambiguously embody the liberal arts and sciences. I will be available following this program if you have any questions. At this time, I would like to ask all former presidents, current officers, and faculty members of Phi Beta Kappa to stand and be recognized. Now would all members in chorus, students inducted in 2014, please stand and be recognized. On behalf of Delta of Georgia Chapter of Phi Beta Kappa and our president, Dr. Tobe Johnson, I extend sincere congratulations to all of our scholars. Best wishes, and thank you for your attention.
Good morning. My name's Leah Creekay, and I'm director of the Honors Program. I am pleased to present the distinguished list of organizations that foster scholarly identity and fellowship for men of Morehouse committed to excellence. At this time, I would like to acknowledge those students who participate in the honors program that I am the advisor of. Would you all please stand and be recognized? Honors program. We would like to acknowledge members of the National Academic Honor Society for Freshmen, Alpha, Lambda, Delta, and its advisor, Dean Alvid Darden. Would you please stand and be recognized? Now we would like to acknowledge all of the remaining honor societies. As we call the names of the Honor Society and its advisors, would you please stand and remain standing? I will ask the audience to please hold all applause until all members and advisors are standing. We've got quite a list here. Beta, Gamma, Sigma Honor Society for Collegiate Schools of Business, Dr. Keith Hollingsworth, advisor. Please stand. Omicron Delta Epsilon, the International Honor Society in Economics, Dr. David Poirier, student advisor, please stand. Sigma Tau Delta, International English Honor Society, Dr. E. Dolores B. Stevens, sponsor, please stand. Pi Delta Phi, National French Honor Society, Dr. Vivian A. Brown, advisor, please stand. Alpha Epsilon Delta, the Health Professions Honor Society, Mr. Ajit Samrasingh and Ms. Dorian McDuffie, advisors, please stand. Sigma Delta Pi, the National Hispanic Honor Society, Professor Deirdre Heidel, advisor, please stand. Pi Alpha Theta, National History Honor Society, Dr. Barry Lee, faculty advisor, stand. Sigma Iota Rho, National International Studies Honor Society, Dr. Gregory Hall, faculty advisor. Phi Epsilon Kappa, National Kinesiology Honor Society, Dr. Claude P. Hutto, Dr. Ashira Blunt, and Mr. Leslie Williams, chapter advisors. The John Henry Clark Honor Society, Dr. Marcellus Barksdale, and Dr. Samuel Livingston, advisors. Omicron Delta Kappa, Dr. Melvinia Turner King, faculty advisor, Dr. Bryant Marks, student advisor. Pi Mu Epsilon, National Mathematics Honor Society, Dr. Dwayne Cooper and Dr. Ulrika Wilson, advisors. Pi Kappa Lambda, the National Music Honor Society, Dr. Jefferson Etheridge, advisor, Dr. David Morrow, advisor. Phi Sigma Tau, International Honor Society in Philosophy, Dr. Kipton Jensen, faculty advisor. Sigma Pi Sigma, the Physics Honor Society, Dr. Akut Ibak and Dr. Willie S. Rockward, advisors. Pi Sigma Alpha, Political Science Honor Society, Dr. Andrew Douglas, advisor. Psi Chi, International Honor Society for Psychology, Dr. Johanse Murray, advisor. Alpha Kappa Delta, International Sociology Honor Society, Dr. Derek M. Bryan, advisor. Chi Alpha Epsilon, the National Honor Society, Ms. Munisha Bull, advisor. Please recognize all of these scholars with a round of applause. Thank you.
Good morning. At this time, we would like to acknowledge all of those scholars who are a part of community service programs. We would ask that as we call the name of the program, all members of that program and the advisors please stand and remain standing, and please hold your applause until the end. UPS Community Service Scholars, Professor Jamila Lynn, advisor. Adams Scholars Program, Dr. Monty Whitney, director. Bonner Scholars Program, Dr. Monty Whitney, Director. Let us acknowledge these scholars and their advisors. You may be seated. And now for our academic scholars. Again, we ask that as we call the name of the program, all members stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause until the end. Achievement rewards for collegiate scientists, ARC scholars, Ms. Linda Nelson, Program Manager. Cheryl G. Franklin Health Profession Scholar, Mr. Ajit Samarasingh, Advisor. Gates Millennium Scholars, Dr. Ilya Davis and Professor Jamila Lynn, Faculty Advisors. Hugh and Yvonne Gloucester Pre-Medical Scholar, Mr. Ajit Samarasingh, Advisor. John Hops Jr. Research Scholars, Dr. Ramel Thompson, Advisor. Ronald E. McNair Post-Baccalaureate Achievement Scholars, Dr. Ruby Beard, Director, and Mr. Brock Mayers, Associate Director. David Satcher Scholars, Mr. Ajit Samarasingh, Advisor. Stamp Scholars, Dr. Leah Krike, Advisor. Urban Studies Club, Dr. Ebenezer Akah, Advisor. U.S. Navy Academic Scholars, Mr. Ajit Samarasingh and Ms. Dorian McDuffie, Advisors. Please give all of these individuals a round of applause.
Good morning. We will now recognize the AUC contest winners. Please applaud as directed. We have some individuals and then we'll have some groups. First, we would like to acknowledge the BR Brazil Award recipient, Mr. DeMarcus Burke, and the advisor, Mr. Henry Goodgame. Gentlemen, please stand. Next, we'd like to acknowledge the 2015 Otis Moss Jr. Oratorical Contest winners. This annual speech competition exemplifies leadership and effective communication on significant issues. This year's theme was Orations of the Zeitgeist. Dr. Felicia Stewart and Dr. Leah Krike, please stand, co-chaired the competition. As we call the names of the winners, please stand. In first place, we have Shaquille Moore. Second place, Clayton LeBron Mason. Please hold your applause to the end. Third place, Darren Marble. Fourth place, John Alexander Watford. Honorable mention, Ivan Gaskin. And honorable mention, Donnell Williamson. Can we please show our appreciation for these achievements? We would also like to acknowledge the 2015 Martin Luther King Jr. Collection Essay Contest winner. The theme was Reading, Writing, and Remembering King. First place was Zaire Ali. Please stand if he's here. Second place, Jordan Mulkey. Third place, Bess Uchehara. Can we show them a round of applause? And their advisor and chair of this contest was Dr. Vicki Crawford. We would now like to acknowledge the team and organization accomplishments. Would the members of the following organizations and their advisors please stand? Please hold your applause to the end. The Deloitte Accounting Case Study Team, Dr. Emmanuel Onafade and Professor C.O. Hollis, advisors. The team won runner-up in the national competition. The Forensics Program, also known as the Speech and Debate Team. Professor Kenneth A. Newby, Esquire's director. The team is being celebrated for many accomplishments, including but not limited to first place in the Pan American University's Debate Championship, being crowned champions in 2015 Pi Kappa Delta Parliamentary Debate Novice Division. They are the 2015 World Universities Debating Champions, being crowned champions in 2014 Madison Cup Debate, tournament winners, tournaments winning thousands of cash prizes, and after 359 debates over a 3-day period by students from 58 of the best colleges and universities at the World Universities Debating Championship, they were amongst the final 4 recognized in the finals amongst Yale, Harvard, Brown, and Morehouse. That was your final 4 for a national competition. And this marks the first time in that international tournament's history that an HBCU has made it to the final round. Morehouse, the first HBCU to make it to the final round. All right. Thank you. And we need to give a special recognition to Professor Newby, who was named Coach of the Year in the fall of 2014 at the Blazer Classic. These, along with a host of individual and other awards, we congratulate their efforts. And finally, Greek Life Academic Cup. We would first like to recognize the individual in a Greek organization with the highest GPA, Would Obasi Etienne, member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Please stand to be recognized. He has a GPA of 3.93. 3.93. We now recognize the fraternity that has the highest GPA with the brothers of the Alpha Rho chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Please stand for winning the Greek Life Academic Cup, having earned a cumulative GPA of 3.35. And we invite a representative from Alpha Phi Alpha to come forward to receive a trophy. And with the Associate Dean of Student Life, Kevin Booker, and Assistant Director Michael Gary, please stand with all the other teams and organizations and be recognized. Last piece of housekeeping. For seniors worried about the Crown Forum makeup, check your Morehouse email accounts later today, and you'll have an email about that process. Okay. And now it is my pleasure and distinct honor to bring to the podium the 11th president of Morehouse College, President John Sylvanus Wilson, Jr.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to say congratulations to all who came across the stage, and faculty and students. I also want to add to the list that Professor Marks just made of the honorees, because for the first time ever by Morehouse or by any HBCU, the number one moot court team in the country is Morehouse College. Professor Winfield Murray is right here with some of the moot court teammates. Would you all stand and let us congratulate them too? Thank you. Now, they beat, who was it? Patrick Henry College. Patrick Henry College had invested $5 million. They have a $5 million endowment behind their moot court team. So they invested $5 million to become number two. All right? Amen. To the scholars who have learned well enough to be in the spotlight today, I say congratulations. To the faculty members who have taught well enough to expand this group and to brighten the spotlight, I congratulate you too. And now, my challenge. This occasion reminds me of what President Gloucester told us countless times as we sat before him, either in Sale Hall or in this chapel. In that very raspy, distinctive voice he had, he would repeat, "Some take the high road and some take the low, and in between on the misty flats, the rest drift to and fro. Some take the high road and some take the low, and in between on the misty flats, the rest drift to and fro." He was talking about us and our likely pathways through and from this campus. And what was true then is true now. There are three trajectories that you had when you came here, and there are 3 trajectories that you will have when you leave this campus. Plain and simple, they are the high road, the low road, and the misty flats. 3 trajectories, 3 destinies, 3 kinds of men of Morehouse, 3 kinds of Morehouse men. Now, because your achievements are what they are, you are not likely to be on the low road. Low road folks never seem to get a sense of their voice or their agency. They don't happen to life, life happens to them. And that's probably not you all, not those who have been awarded today. Your very presence here suggests that you are living more intentionally than most, and your aspirations have some altitude, and amen to that. I'm not too concerned that you are the ones who will end up on the misty flats either. Those on the misty flats that are in between the low road and the high road, they are the unanchored ones who never seem to get a sense of their integrity. They never arrive at a sense of their own integrity. As if stricken by a Du Boisian-like two-ness, they are just as likely to be on the verge of utter greatness as they are on the verge of utter disgrace. It just depends on their mood. By definition, those on the misty flats have no idea where home is most of the time. Brothers, because you have done the kind of hard work that warrants your celebrated presence here today, you are the ones who are probably now and later on the high road. By definition, your trajectory in life is different. It's different. You will probably be the luminaries among our graduates, the stars in our alumni firmament. The odds are you have the clearest sense of your agency and your integrity. And you will probably realize the accoutrements of prosperity. But as you acquire the trinkets of prosperity, I challenge you to remember the imperatives of eternity. I challenge you to keep doing well, but do good too. You may be on the road to becoming intellectually elegant, but if you are not also consequential, then what good is it? I challenge you to do something about this hands up, don't shoot world. It is a back-turned, don't shoot world as well. Running away, don't shoot. Morehouse man, don't shoot. 4.0 GPA, don't shoot. I challenge you to spend your life in a way that changes that. And finally, I challenge you not to be so caught up in the life of achievement and respect that might be evident in your resume that you overlook the life of love and service that must be evident in your eulogy. Your eulogy is more important than your resume. See that, be that, and live that. Amen.
Will you please stand and join hands for the college hymn? Brothers, please do not depart. Please do not depart. Okay? For those visiting with us, the hymn is located in your program.